I can't believe it. We've got Rangers news. Um, hey, I was gonna make a video on the Rangers like re-signing Capo Caco thing, but it's fucking stupid. The 2-year bridge deal. We're not gonna talk about that. We are gonna talk about something I view as a little bit more important. The Rangers named a captain, Jacob Trouba. We're gonna give Jay Fresh one last shot. I was kind of hoping he'd upload a player card to help give us a visual of his past season, because I think this was his best season as a Ranger. Fingers crossed. Oh, okay, no. Okay, well, no player card to reference, so we'll just use hockey reference. So, Jacob Trouba, the newest captain of the New York Rangers. Much to the dismay of some, to the praise of others, and to the majority, it is what it is. So, we're not going to talk about cap implications yet. We're just going to talk about Jacob Trouba, the player. So, what we saw from Jacob Trouba this year, at least in my humblest opinion, we saw a player that was a leader, was probably the go-to leader on this team in terms of this guy doing everything and giving the same effort every single night. He'll fight anybody. He'll do anything. He'll play in any situation. He's just a workhorse. He just does everything. Also, he set a new career high in hits and blocks. Well, he tied a career high in blocks, 177 blocks, but 207 hits. Yeah, it was pretty physical this year. A lot of giveaways, not very many takeaways, but we're not really here to talk about that. We're just here to talk about, again, Jacob Trouba. Almost had a 40-point season. That would have been kind of dope. 88 penalty minutes. Takes a lot of freaking penalties. Okay, I give up. I'm just going to give my thoughts on Jacob Trouba being the captain. I'm not going to do this whole fucking, let's look at his stats. Look what it does here, that. No, we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna talk Jacob Trouba. Okay, so Jacob Trouba being named captain. I'm actually not disappointed by this at all. I'm a little surprised though. If I had to name a captain on the Rangers, it would have came down to Trouba and Kreider. The one thing that surprises me is that it wasn't a foregone conclusion, but it was pretty well thought that Jacob Trouba was going to be the guy that was going to be a cap dump for next year or the year after when it comes to re-signing Lafreniere and K'Andre Miller. And the reason I say that is this. So we go to the Rangers. We're not looking at this upcoming season, but the one after. Let me just do this. We'll do your mom. Kodak Black. No, we're not doing Kodak Black this time. It's been a while since he's done some really inappropriate sexual activities at a hockey game. In particular in Florida, so immature that the Florida the NHL's Twitter page actually had to take down the post. So next year, the Rangers go into the season with $18.4 million in cap space. Assume Louis Domingue becomes the backup after Yaroslav Halak says Semelia. If we go to the New York Insangers, not the Rangers, the Insangers, oh boy, I don't know if we assume the best or the worst, to tell you the truth. If I'm being honest, hold on, let me do a second of guessing here. I apologize. Let's just do the Lafreniere contract. Let's just for some reason say he signs. What does that say? $6.5 million times 7. Let's just say that. Let's say for some reason the Rangers bag him long term. Okay, we're just assuming. We're assuming. You know, assuming is never good because it makes an ass out of you and me. But we're just gonna do that. Then you throw K'Andre Miller in there. Let's say the Rangers want to lock him down, and let's say for some reason he takes this contract. For some reason, we don't know why. He just does it. He's a good guy. That leaves the Rangers with $5 million in cap space to sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9 players. I don't know how possible that is, if possible at all. So let's keep assuming. Let's say Brennan Ottman says, yeah, you know, I'm going to go ahead and make the team this year. Preferably not on defense, but I'll go ahead and make the team for you. I'll do you a favor. Let's also say that, where is Zachary Jones? Let's say Zach Jones goes, you know what? That was pretty fun. I'll go ahead and make the roster too, because why not? So you got Zach Jones. What else can we assume? Let's say Kravtsov has an okay year, and the Rangers said, you know what, Kravy? You did aight. we'll bring you back. We'll sign you to the Sammy Blay special. And Krabby signs a 2-year deal. And then, while we continue to play pretend, we'll say the Rangers somehow found enough money to re-sign Filipino coming off of a bridge deal. And they sign him to... what did Lindgren get? 4 years times 3? They give him the Lindgren special, putting him into negative cap space. And then they continue to call up guys from the minors. They decide, you know what, Broads, we want you on our 4th line, my guy. And maybe Will Cully steps in there as well. Or maybe they don't re-sign Kravtsov. Cully makes the roster. God, this is so fucking confusing already. Still at negative $1.2 million in cap space with 1, 2, 3, 4 roster spots to fill. So we'll just randomly say the Rangers are going to sign some guys. Who's a good 4th liner? Let's go to UFAs. Assuming Ryan Reeves is going to retire. Sammy Blay is not going to re-sign with that type of money. This is not even worth continuing. I don't know what the hell the Rangers are going to do for money next year. I don't. And with the advent of Trouba being named captain, they're going to have to bridge. They're going to have to bridge Laffy and Miller. They're not going to be able to long-term sign Laffy and Miller. I don't see them trading Chris Kreider. He's got a full no movement clause. He ain't waiving it. They just signed Zibanejad the year prior. He's got a full no move. Trocheck's got a full no move. Barkey Gaudreau's got a modified no trade. Is anyone going to take on that contract? And even if they do, is that going to be enough money to fill the holes they need to fill? Even if, let's play pretend, even if you take off 3.5 here and 3 here and you bridge these guys, that gives you an extra $6.5 million. That's $6.5 million to sign 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Again, which is doable, but you're not going to be getting very many good players. You're going to be getting a lot of guys you're banking on just being good. So, did I not start recording? Okay, I just want to make sure I did. So, I don't know. This is going to be confusing because, again, Trouba was the one we all assumed was going to get moved, but if you name him captain, you don't plan on moving him. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the cap implications that would bring on. Now, Trouba as a captain... I know I kind of glossed over, but I'm gonna go into it a little bit deeper now. I loved Trouba's game last year. I thought this was his best season as a Ranger. He still needs to work on his foot speed in terms of being a player, but as a captain, I really do think he exudes a lot of the qualities you need. He's tough. He stands up for his teammates. Clearly, people look up to him. I was looking at a lot of articles that were posted today about him that know the ins and outs of the Rangers locker room, or at least have a decent understanding of it. And a lot of people seem to believe that Trouba was going to be named captain last year had it not been for new management. So clearly this is something the Rangers wanted to do. When they acquired him, they wanted the total package, if I'm remembering the quotes correctly, from Jim Gordon. It's been so long. So I think this was definitely... It was definitely part of the plan that at some point he'd be part of the leadership structure, whether it was going to be as an alternate or as the captain. I think the majority of us would have believed it was going to be Kreider because he's been here for so long, just had the best season of his career, and has signed for 5 more years against Trouba's 4 more years, and is probably going to be a lot harder to move than Trouba considering the age. Regardless, I do give this one a vote of confidence. I'm okay with Trouba being captain. I just don't know. I guess because I'm more into like the longevity of the team and what happens with re-signing players, keeping, moving, this, that, and the other thing. Only thing I'm really thinking about is what does this mean money-wise going forward for the Rangers? How are they going to approach opening up cap space? I know people are going to say, oh, move Panarin. You know, Panarin's got a full no-moving clause. You're not moving Artemi Panarin, and he's your best player. Still your best player. Let's see if Jay Fresh... Maybe now he uploaded a card, so we have a little something more to reference on? No. Okay. Well, either way, we tried. Just, I don't know. Just cap-wise, I'm a little confused, but I'm way okay with him being the captain of the Rangers. I think it's well-earned. So, anyways, we'll take one last look at Artemi Panarin and his contract, and we'll move on. Yes, see full no-moving clause. Panarin's not getting traded. Stop. You don't trade Artemi Panarin. Just stop. All right? Stop. Still stop. Anyways, that's really all I have to say about the Trouba being named captain. If you guys want to comment below your thoughts, I would love to hear from everybody. 28th captain of Rangers history. Jacob freaking Trouba. First captain in 4 years. It's finally happened. The Rangers now have a leader in the locker room. What do you think this means? Both in the future, for tomorrow, for yesterday, the day before. What do you think? Comment below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.